Hello all of you. Welcome to the fourth class for rectification of errors. So happy to let you know that you all are learning this for CA or CMA foundation. There are students in USA who are using these basic accounting concepts for their 12th standard and higher studies. So very happy to announce that. And along with this, I took last week the classes for ratio analysis for some of the students from Africa. They were doing all investment just online, not exact portfolio, but they had a project to do the investment online and see how many dollars they are earning. For that investment, they wanted to learn the ratio analysis, which is a topic in FM. Okay. So this is not to boost myself. Feel the importance of these base level knowledge. Students who take entry into CA journey directly from the graduation, I tell them mandatory rectification of errors is like toppings. You can have it on pizza, you can have it on ice cream, you can have it anywhere. मालूम है ना आजकल chocolate sandwich मिल रहा है, chocolate pizza, and chocolate is always there on ice cream. So that is this topic called as rectification of errors. In inter final, everywhere it's going to be helpful. And one commitment more before I start today's class is when I say do the homework, do it. Trust me. Last 20 years I've been teaching accounts and I myself got 95 in accounts. It's when a teacher is saying 8th and 9th question is homework. Kitna minute lagega? 10 minutes for each problem. Do it and share your answer in the WhatsApp group. And then next day check it for yourself. That, okay, I wrote 3 entries correct, 4th I didn't know. That will bring genuine confidence. What you need for final exam, what you need for entering any kind of market, job or practice or business. Okay? So pen chalna hai class mein. Let us start with the 4th class of rectification of errors. We have already completed how to rectify the error directly when trial balance is not prepared. How to rectify the error when trial balance is prepared, but abhi tak final accounts nahi bane. So do it through the suspense account. Okay? And now today I am teaching if the final accounts are also prepared, then how to rectify the error. Okay? Just to get more confidence on this topic, what we are doing is 10th problem. Okay, yesterday we have solved very nice problems and some adjustments were there for bad debt and datas and all rectification of errors and how the suspense account is tallying and all. Okay, so I feel it was very good knowledge. Acha, ab ek kaam karenge. Before we gear up for the next third method, what we will do is first let us do one problem combined with first and second method. I want to repeat. First method is there are mistakes. You've got chance to correct. Trial balance is not prepared. So kuch nahi hai. Directly go to the ledger and rectify. Not recorded, record. Instead of crediting debited, now credit with double the amount. Like that. Second time. In the second method, what we have done, trial balance is prepared. Sales bhi credit kiya, datas ko bhi credit kiya, debit nothing you have done. So 2 credits, 100, and debit nothing. Suspense account 200. Put and tally the trial balance. Now you got to know, oh, datas you had to debit, you credited. So now debit the datas account twice. One because you had to debit and another because you have not debit. So debit it and then credit the suspense account. Clear to all of you or not? All this. ठीक है? Right. चलो. साथ में करते हैं. Any doubts are there? Please feel free. You ask me silly doubts. You ask me 10 times. I will explain. हाँ, but 100 ग्राम डांट तो सुननी पड़ेगी अगर होमवर्क नहीं करेंगे. Right or not? चलो. Let us read the 10th question right now. We are doing in class. 10th question. Correct the following errors without opening the suspense account. With opening. Sale book has been totaled 100 short. So sales ka nature is credit and go and credit more and so on like this. ठीक है? So goods worth 150 and all this. I think it's fine. So this, like this, whatever is the mistake, we will rectify it. 10th problem. I don't want to discuss. Is it okay? One entry we will read and discuss and pass it together here. See, this was yesterday's problem, and this problem was very nice. This is like ये सब जो working किए थे ना, इसको 5-star KitKat खिलाए थे सब. So this was really very nice. चलो. All right, problem number 10th we are doing with two methods. So what I'm doing is I'm dividing the two page. I'm writing here method 1 without suspense account. Write down. Without suspense account means trial balance not prepared. Trial balance is not prepared. Method 2. With suspense account. Trial balance is prepared. Trial balance is already prepared. So you rectify the errors with the suspense account. Comfortable? You can do one after the another, date, particulars, JF, debit and credit. But I want to show simultaneously, so I'm doing like this. Chalo, first one. Sales book is undercast by the total 100 rupees short. What is the nature of sales? Credit. है ना? तो आप क्या करोगे? Sales का nature तो credit है. So what you will do? You have to go to the sales ledger and write on the credit side. Trial balance is not prepared. So in sales ledger, credit side, write down like this. By wrong totaling. Sales ledger is undercast means you have totaled 100 rupees less. So go to the sales ledger and rectify. And if trial balance is prepared, 100 rupees is less in the credit debit mein, so you have already credited to suspense. So now suspense account debit. 2. Suspense account debit. 2. Sales account. Go and credit the sales account and debit the suspense account. Are you comfortable? In exam, they never ask like this कि दोनों method से करो. This is for you to have more grip on the topic. I am giving you comparison. 1 second, please. All right. Now, second one. Goods worth, I am reading out for all of you. You all are also having the textbook, so read it for yourself. Goods worth 150 returned by Green and Co. have not been recorded anywhere. So some entries completely omitted. They have been returned. So now you record the entry. What entry you will record? Sales return account debit to Green and Co. Sales return account debit to Green and Co. अच्छा है, क्लियर है, समझ में आ रहा है सबको? If entry is not recorded, record. If it is one-sided error, do it accordingly. C. Gupta and Co have third entry. Goods have been purchased 250 have been posted to the debit side of the Gupta. Oh, if you purchase, what's the journal entry? Purchase to party, purchase to Gupta. So you have to credit Gupta, by mistake you debited. So now go to Gupta's ledger. In Gupta's ledger account, trial balance is not prepared. By mistake you debited, whereas you had to credit purchase to Gupta. So now credit with double the amount. In Gupta ledger, credit with double amount. Credit with double amount. क्या लिख के क्रेडिट करोगे? By error in posting. Wrong side you have posted. So now correct it. Amount कितना है? 250. चलो अब यहाँ पे करते हैं. You have to purchase. देखो, listen all of you. Originally, what must have happened? Purchase debit. Gupta also debit. So 2 debit and no credit. So you have credited to suspense account. Sorry, this amount should have been 500. Really? Yeah. Good that you all are being more alert than me. Correct है. 500 आएगा ना amount. Purchase debit 250. Gupta debit 250. Credit कुछ भी नहीं. So you have credited in suspense account. Now when you rectify suspense account debit 500 to Gupta 500. Suspense account debit 500 to Gupta 500. Once you credit Gupta, because you have to credit, purchase the goods from Gupta. Gupta is a giver, credit. Another credit to nullify the debit, credit. So 2 credits will come here. Nice. D. Furniture purchased from Gulab and Rose 1000 has been entered in the purchase day book. Oh, error of principal. Furniture purchase should be debited to the furniture account. And purchase is wrongly debited, credited. Amount कितना है furniture to purchase? 1000 and 1000. Same here. Same here. This time it's a entry which is not going to. There's an error. Error of principal. Instead of debiting to asset account furniture, you debited to purchase account. But this is not going to affect the trial balance. See, those who have missed yesterday's class, I have taken one advanced concept. When you rectify the errors, what will be the effect on trial balance and what is the effect on profit? Both you should know. Correct? One second. चलो हाँ, अब आगे करते हैं ईबिट. Discount is received from red and black 15 has not entered in the discount column of the cash book. Party's account is treated correctly, but if this is discount received, has not been entered on the credit side of the cash book. Okay. And cash book in itself is subsidiary book. So that means if you have not recorded this in the cash book only, then posting is also not done to the party. I hope you are getting. This is not one-sided error. They didn't say that red and black amount is correctly debited. So red and black account debit to discount received. Pass the journal entry. Same here. Red and black account debit to discount receipt. क्लियर है या नहीं आप सबको? Red and black account debit to you may be having a doubt, ma'am, it's not written in the discount column credit side. Party may have been, but अगर subsidiary book में ही नहीं है तो posting कैसे आएगा? Party account. If there is a mistake in subsidiary book, then it's both sided. Sometimes they give it's a mistake in the book, but posting is done correctly in the party ledger. Then fine. Last one for the combined entry, F bit. Discount allowed to G Mohan and Co. 18 has not been entered in the discount column. The account of G Mohan has been correctly posted. Super clear, both these entries. Discount allowed should be debited. They have not debited. Now you debit. Discount allowed. Debit. है ना? Discount allowed to debit है. But discount allowed to Mohan, G Mohan is correctly credited. Suspense account. Look at that time. G Mohan credited, debit nothing. So they must have put debit in the discount, 18 rupees. Suspense, 18 to G Mohan. Now corrected. Discount allowed debit, suspense, credit. All right. Now, here, party account is correctly credited. So this is one-sided error. Okay. Discount allowed ledger. Go to the discount allowed. Go to discount allowed ledger and write on the debit side. To discount allowed not posted. Now you post it. 1818. Discount allowed account, go to the ledger and post it because party is correctly credited, one-sided. Here, party was also not debited and discount received. Compare the two entries. Take your time. In the first left-hand side column, directly we have rectified the errors. But if entry is not passed, even if trial balance is not prepared, rectify the entry and then new figures you take in the trial balance. And on the credit side, so you have to do it in routine. Right. Check this problem, please. I will be back in 2 minutes. Isko check karo. Because we are going to go for the next method. By that time, this should be clear. All right. Okay, anyone is having any doubt in this or all clear to all of you? I know lot of repetition I'm doing. पहले समझना है, फिर understand it so well that you do it yourself, which you करके खा जाना है, so that the pen should flow in exam. So left hand side we have done rectification if the trial balance is not prepared. Right hand side we are doing the rectification when the trial balance is prepared. Okay. So through suspense account. And if you want, you can post all the entries in the suspense account. Chalo, we will also make suspense account. Did they give how much is the balance? No. So leave one line here and there and you can just post all the entries. First entry is only suspense account debit to sales, 100. Suspense account debit to sales, 100. Second entry, sales return to Green and Co. This is 150, no suspense account. Third again, suspense debit to Gupta. Next. On the credit hand side, 18. Buy discount allowed, 18. And this is 600. And that 18. So difference in the trial balance. Opening difference must be 582 rupees. If opening is given, you tally. Now here opening is only not given. है ना? चलो. Finished making the suspense account or you still making? Do it. कर लो, जल्दी करो. We'll go to the next method then. Finished writing? Chalo. Last and next method we are doing now. All these problems we have done in yesterday's class. Yeah. Correction in the next year. Okay. So sometimes after the trial balance, if balance is taken in suspense, then when you rectify the errors, the suspense account will become nil. Okay. And sometimes after the trial balance, when you rectify the errors, still there is some balance in the suspense account. So can you carry forward to next year? Yes. So in the next year, can we rectify last year's error? You know, when it so happened that 2021, when I started making payment, I realized I am paying to Gupta, but purchase to record karna hi bhul gaye last year. So now you record the purchase. I hope you are getting. Gupta to bank I paid, but when I saw Gupta's ledger, purchase entry was not there. So I missed recording. So now this year, if you record the purchase entry of last year, this year purchases is disturbed. So now what you will do, whenever you rectify the errors of earlier years now, if it is involving revenue account, if it is involving revenue account, okay, then close it with the P&L adjustment account so that your current year's profit is not disturbed. Just read with me all this, it will be clear. और एक problem करेंगे तो और clear हो जाएगा. Rectification of errors disposed so far to assume that it was carried out before the books are closed. However, sometimes rectification is carried out in the next year. carrying forward the balance in the suspense account, or even transferring it to the capital account. Suppose the purchase book was cast short by 1,000 and suspense account was opened. Now, if this error is rectified in the next year, purchase account debit and all, next year's purchase will be inflated and next year's profit will reduce. Whereas this is the purchase of last year and last year's trading P&L is prepared. Last year's profit is already lying in P&L opening balance. We call it P&L adjustment account. Thus, the correction of the error, just 1 second, the screen got stuck out. One second. The screen got stuck up. Sure. Yeah, you were here. So thus correction of the error will falsify the P&L. To avoid the correction, and any expenses and income should be through the special account P&L adjustment account. Last year's profit में direct effect कर दो. The balance in the account should be transferred to the P&L account. However, these prior period items should be charged after deriving the net profit of the current year. Okay, so to keep it separate, we do this. Prior period items are material, income, and expense which arise in the current year. As a result of mistake in the earlier year. Please read this para. I don't know why the system is giving so much trouble. Listen to this concept also. Yeah. Go to your booster notes, please. All of you, go to your booster notebook. Are you writing in a separate notebook all the notes like this? Type of error and all I made you write. Now write down. If errors are corrected in next year, after final accounts are prepared, write down. I want all of you to write this running notes in your booster notebook. If errors are corrected in the next year, after the final accounts are prepared. After final accounts are prepared. Then error of last year related to revenue account. Error of last year related to revenue account. Income and expense should be routed through P&L adjustment account. आप लिखो error of last year related to revenue account should be routed through P&L adjustment account. So as not to affect so as not to affect current year's profit. So as not to affect current year's profit. है ना? करें साथ में एग्जाम्पल लिखो. एग्जाम्पल लास्ट ईयर purchase was undercast by 100. I have never made you write example for other type of errors, but इसके लिए जरूरी है लिखो. Last year purchase was undercast by 100. तो suspense account में डाल दिए. And you know suspense account is also carried forward. So last year purchase was undercast. If current year purchase account debit to suspense account. If you pass this entry, in the current year, purchase account is debited, suspense is credited. If you pass this entry, then current year's purchase and profit is disturbed. Current year's purchase and profit is disturbed. Current year's purchase and profit is disturbed. And this is last year's purchase. It should affect last year's profit. Correct है या नहीं? Last year का purchase है तो last year का profit कम होना चाहिए. It should not disturb current year's profit. Current year's purchase and profit is disturbed, and this is last year's purchase. It should affect last year's profit. So, correct entry. What will be the correct entry? All of you check with me what will be the correct entry. P&L adjustment account debit to suspense account. आराम से लिखो और 10 बार पूछो. When I solve the problem, I will not explain so in depth. P&L adjustment account debit to suspense account. Generally, what do you do when purchase is undercast? What is the nature of purchase? Purchase debit to suspense. But here, instead of purchase, debit P&L adjustment, as this is the purchase of last year. As this is the purchase of last year. All clear to all of you? So that last year's profit is suppose 500, P&L adjustment is debited in the last year's profit. So automatically last year's profit has become 400, which you really wanted. ठीक है? Right. I hope all my explanation is clear. If errors are corrected in next year, final accounts are prepared, then error of last year related to revenue should be routed through P&L adjustment account, so that current year's purchase and current year's profit is not disturbed. Hence, you pass the entry through P&L adjustment. I want some message from all of you. Is this all very clear to all of you? Okay. Chalo. Let us start solving one question. It will make it clear Again read this para at home. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. ठीक है? चलो शुरू करते हैं प्रॉब्लम से. Yeah, 2-3 good problems we will take up so that it's all clear to you. Nice workings you have to do. Huh? Either you can do it there itself or you can do it later. Chalo. A merchant's trial balance is prepared as on June, did not agree. The difference was posted in suspense account. So listen, last year if there was a mistake and error is not rectified, suspense account ko bhi carry forward karke leke aao. Next year, total of purchase book of one page was 4539 was carried forward to next page as 4593. So have you debited it more? 4593 minus 4539. 54 rupees you have debited extra to the purchase account last year. But next year you are doing the correction. Okay. So now can we rectify suspense account debit to purchase? But this is the purchase of last year. So to P&L adjustment account. So like this we will rectify. If you read the entry, you will get it very nicely. Go to your routine notebook and then write down with me problem number 70. Rectification of errors after final accounts are prepared. Rectification of errors after the final accounts are prepared. This is method 3. Chalo. Journal entries we are going to write. I hope you are getting this format of the journal entries. थोड़ी ज़्यादा problem है but ज़रूरी है. Entry number, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. Sure. Number 1. Purchase book में ज़्यादा debit कर दिए तो now what you have to do? Credit. Suspense account debit to P&L adjustment account. Bracket में purchases. Purchase. Actually, you have debited more to purchase. So, ma'am, then purchase should be credited and suspense. But this is the purchase of last year. We don't want to disturb the purchase and the profit of this year. So, suspense account debit to purchases. You can write here the amounts also. $4593 minus 4539 and that is coming to 54 rupees. Purchase को ही credit कर रहे हैं but this is not current year's purchase, this last year's purchase. So we will credit through the suspense. I hope you are getting. Now a sale of 573 was entered in the sales book as 753 and posted to the credit of the customer. Okay. When you have, too many mistakes are there, amount is wrong, account is wrong, side is wrong, all kind of errors of commission. A sale of 573, okay, was entered in the sale book as 753 तो पहले तो सेल बुक को ही एक्स्ट्रा क्रेडिट किए, तो डेबिट द सेल बुक. Instead of that, debit P&L adjustment account. Bracket में you can write sale debit 753 minus 573. How much is it coming? 753 minus 573, 180. आराम से करो, मुझे बोलो कुछ डाउट है तो. Sale is wrongly credited 753, whereas credit होना था 573. So whatever extra credit, you debit the sale. But instead of sale, what you are going to debit now? P&L adjustment account. Okay? Right. So this is your P&L adjustment account debit. अब क्या करें next? And posted to the credit side of the customer. जबकि when you sell the goods, customer should have been debited by 573. नहीं डेबिट किए और गलती से 753 you have credited. So customer debit twice. 1326 to suspense account. What new you all are learning? If there is a correction in the sale, purchase, expenses, income, we are routing it through the P&L adjustment account. Because if you debit sales, no, फिर से देखो पूरा एंट्री लिख लिए, राइट इट. 2 minutes एंट्री नीचे रख के पेन डाउन करो. आई वांट टू एक्सप्लेन ईच एंट्री ट्वाइस. First explain, then write with me, then again listen to the explanation. All right, listen all of you. Sale is, there is a sale of 573. You credited 753. So 180 rupees extra credit in the sale, now debit it. Sale debit. तो P&L adjustment debit हो गया. अब customer, you had to debit party to sales. Customer should be debited with the correct amount 573. It is credited, that too with the wrong amount. तो customer को भी क्या करो आप? Debit करो. ठीक है? And now put it in the suspense account. All right. So that's all for the second entry. P&L adjustment account debit. Customer account debit to suspense account. Being sale excess recorded, reversed, and customer credited instead of debited, corrected. A return to creditor 510 was entered in the return inward book. अब ये क्या हो गया? When we are returning to creditor, it is like purchase return. So instead of that, you have put it in the sales return. However, creditor's account is correctly posted. So now this is purchase return. So to purchase return bracket में P&L adjustment credit. I hope you are getting. Party to purchase return. Purchase return you have not recorded 510. Recorded. Sales return by mistake you have debited. You have put it in the sales return book. तो sales return book को आप क्या किए हैं? Debit. तो अब आप क्या करोगे? Sales return credit 510. Suspense account debit 1020. Yes, you can pass combine entry. I have written separate to show you. Suspense account debit to purchase return because it's actually a purchase return, to sales return because sales return book में गलती है. Whenever there is mistake in the book, ओरिजिनल बुक तो सेल्स रिटर्न का तो बेसिक नेचर ही डेबिट है. यू वेंट एंड डेबिटेड. नाउ क्रेडिट सेल्स रिटर्न, credit purchase return, and debit the suspense account. I'm going very slow. Is it clear to all of you? If you are getting confused, no, pass routine entry, and then wherever purchase, sale and all is involved, just write P&L adjustment. Fourth one. Cash is received from CDAS was debited to GDAS. So now if the cash is received, the party should be credited, no. But by mistake you debited. Wrong side, wrong account, सब गलती है. तो कैश इज रिसीव फ्रॉम सी दास, सो सी दास को क्रेडिट करो. एंड जी दास को बाय मिस्टेक यू हैव डेबिटेड. जी दास से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, सो जी दास ऑल्सो क्रेडिट. सस्पेंस अकाउंट डेबिट 1240. Now there is no P&L adjustment because revenue account की बात ही नहीं है. CDAS has paid money, is the giver, credit CDAS. GDAS by mistake debited to nullify credit and suspense account debit. Fifth one. Goods worth 840 were dispatched to a customer. 1 second, numbering is wrong, so please correct it. Goods worth 840 were dispatched to a customer before the close of the year, but no invoice was made. But goods तो चले गए ना, so record it as sales. Customer account debit to sales in bracket, but this is the sales of last year, you didn't record, so we will credit last year's sale बढ़ेगा तो last year's profit बढ़ेगा. Last year's profit is lying in the P&L adjustment account. 840, 840. Customer to sales. Last entry. Goods worth 1000 was sent on sale and return basis to a customer. You know, we send the goods on approval basis. This you will do in detail in the inventory chapter. And entered in the sales book. Okay? And the customer has still not decided, had the option to return it. Customer has not accepted. When we have sold, we have recorded the goods as if we have sold it. One second. Huh? So then shall we reverse the entry of the sales? 1000 rupees. Yes. And the sale price was 25 above cost. Shall we take it to the inventory? Yes. So what will be the entry now? First, when you sold the goods, what entry you have passed? Party to sales. So now you do P&L adjustment account debit to customer. Party to sales. Reverse the entry. How much are the goods? 1000, 1000. Sales को debit कर लिया. But then you have to take it in your inventory, no? You have to take it in your inventory at cost. So selling price is 1000. Profit कितना है? Cost कितना है? Look at the equation. Sales price was 25% above cost. Have I taught you in basic classes how to make the equation? Cost is 100, profit is 25, sales is 125. Profit is 25% on cost, take cost as 100. Profit is 25% on sales, take sales as 100. So this is the equation. So 100, 25 selling price. अब 125 में 25 प्रॉफिट है तो 1000 में कितना प्रॉफिट होगा? 200. कॉस्ट कितना होगा? 800. So this is just that you have reversed the sales. Party to sales you have done, now sales to party. You can't take it as sales because customer has yet not accepted the goods. Now, can we record one more entry for this working? Inventory. Now this will go to inventory at cost. Debit 800. To P&L adjustment account 800. I have done 2 entries. You can combine the entry also and write and show you how to write. See, when you reverse the sales, now this is your stock. So your stock means inventory, stock account debit to trading account. This should have been a part of your inventory or the trading account right side last year. Last year, अगर customer up, if you would have returned me the goods last year only I would have added in the stock in the trading account. So last year only higher the trading account, higher the profit. So this will be taken as inventory now and P&L. Those who want to combine 6 and 7 entry, combine. Definitely you can pass this combined entry. Let us see, what is the combined entry? P&L adjustment account debit 200 profit. Inventory. See, if they have not accepted the goods, they are my stock. Maybe lying with the customer, but it is my stock. So inventory lying with customer or with consignee or anyone, it should be at cost. Or customer ko credit kar do. Because when you have sold the goods, customer to sales. So now customer credit, my inventory debit and my profit. So you can pass this combined entry also. Okay, I'm taking 2 minutes break. You all also come back. We should go off screen for 2 minutes, but after coming, check up this problem. I will spare 5 minutes more for this problem and then we will go on to the next problem. Okay, right. Okay, are you all back after taking a break? Are you all here? I want to revise this problem. पूछो कोई doubt है तो, or at least write in the chat box clear or not. You know, very important aspect of learning this is rectification of errors. Okay, listen now. Once again, I want to say last year's purchases was undercast, overcast. So record what is the entry? What's the nature of purchase? Debit. So if it is overcast, ज़्यादा total कर दिया है तो credit. Suspense to purchase, but instead of purchase, P&L adjustment account, because this is last year's purchase. Same way, sales. Extra recorded, now debit sales account. But instead of sales, debit P&L adjustment account. Because if you debit sales, it will affect current year's sales. And this is last year's sales. Okay? Last entry was very nice. 1,000 rupees goods when I sold last year to a customer, I did party to sales. But he didn't accept. He said, मेरे को नहीं पसंद, लेके जाओ वापस. So first I have to reverse. This is not sales return. Huh? That's why I have routed it through P&L adjustment to customer. Instead of sales to customer, P&L adjustment to customer. But now I have to take it in my inventory, you know, but not at 1,000. When goods are sold to you at 1,000, I should take it back at inventory at 800 and I have to reverse 200 profit. So either you pass 6 and 7 separate entry or you pass a combined entry. Comfortable? One more problem I am doing, and after that the next problem you all should do it on your own in class. ठीक है? चलो, let us do 19th sum. 19th sum पढ़ो. We have already done 17th. 18th बाद में आप करना खुद से. I'll give you time to do it on your own in class. 19th sum we are doing right now. Yeah, they may ask you, एक चीज I miss telling you. They may ask you to, prepare the suspense account and the P&L adjustment account. That's what we can practice in this problem. Roy was unable to agree the trial balance last year. So he wrote off the difference in the P&L account. Next year he appointed a CA to examine the old books. Can you please help us search the books? So at least as a professional, I should know what are types of errors. Purchase of scooter was debited to conveyance, error of principal. So now what you should do? Scooter account should be debited and conveyance wrongly debited should be credited, right or not? But this was an error of the last year. So last year's error, if you are rectifying now, you have to give the effect of depreciation also, no? Last year only, if you would have debited scooter 3,000, you would have charged depreciation. He said 10%. So last year, if you would have debited 3,300 depreciation. So now if you record, what value you should record? If you record 3,000 scooter account debit for last year, then again depreciation to scooter, pass one more entry, or you directly do. See, we are not only learning third method, we are learning some tricky adjustment. I am discussing, I will make you write everything in detail. Purchase account was over का ज़्यादा debit कर दिए. So suspense to purchase को credit कर दो because you debited more. But this is last year's purchase. So suspense to P&L account. Like that, we will rectify the entries. 10% depreciation also we will, right? And if they ask you to prepare, you can prepare P&L adjustment and suspense only if they ask you to prepare. Chalo. 19th problem we are doing right now. 19th problem. Roy was unable to agree the trial balance, so you have to rectify the entry. So serial number, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. Let us start with the first working. Purchase of scooter was debited to conveyance. So now scooter account debit because it's like your vehicle. Even you can debit motor vehicle account. And conveyance credit. So instead of conveyance, P&L adjustment account credit instead of conveyance. Because if you credit conveyance account, it will disturb the conveyance of this year. And this is last year's conveyance. Last year conveyance ज़्यादा debit किए, so profit was less. Now reduce the conveyance, so increase the last year's profit. But original cost of the vehicle last year was 3,000. 300, you have to charge 10% depreciation. So you pass the entry 2,700. If I am going fast, can you please message me in the chat box? Because your windows are closed, I need to ask again and again. And even if you are watching it as video, let me know, ma'am, 19th problem, first entry, can you explain? Leave me a voice note in the WhatsApp group or chat where we are connected. One second. File got closed by mistake. Yeah. Okay. Those who are not following this entry, look at these two entries which I am recording. Last year, scooter account not debited, now debited, conveyance wrongly debit credited. You can write this in working note. अभी मैं तो routine में लिख रही हूँ because this is our own notebook. Exam में don't write both. Write only this. I'll tell you. First, scooter को debit कर दो 3,000, conveyance को credit. And second, depreciation account debit to scooter account 300. Now tell me, don't write this please, I'll give you time to write. Scooter debit 3,000, so you are charging the depreciation also to scooter 300, so that's what I did. 2,700, conveyance credited 3,000, depreciation debited. So what is the effect of the expense? 2,300, and instead of crediting expense, P&L adjustment account. Yeah, 2 minutes. I need to do some urgent message, please. Just look at this adjustment and see if you have followed or not. And make sure you all please write all the working also. Working and everything is clear. Don't write this bracket में what I have written, that is extra. Do the next two entries on your own, please. Second and third entry, you will do it on your own in class now. I'm here only, and let me see if you are having a good grip on. Have you passed the next entry on your own? If you have done it and if you get it correct, then genuinely it's worth teaching you all, because final exam I'm not going to stand beside you, right or not? Dekho, purchase account was overcast by 100. So suspense to purchase. So instead of that, what we will do? Instead of suspense to purchase, second entry. Can we do suspense account debit to profit and loss adjustment account instead of purchase? Amount कितना है? 10,000. 10,000. Full page, please. You all do it. Suspense to purchase, but this is last year's purchase, so P&L. Rectification entry, same. Only where expense and incomes are involved, route it through suspense account. Can we increase the speed and do it together? A credit purchase of goods from P, 2,000, entered as sales. So you have purchased. So you want to credit P 2000. And because you routed it through sales book, P must have been, when there is a mistake in the book, it is a double-sided mistake. So if you have routed through sales, P's account must have been debited P to sale. So now credit P twice. One to nullify the debit and another because you have not credited. And P credit and purchase and sale both are debited through suspense account. Purchase debit because not debited. Sale debit because wrongly credited. So instead of purchase and sale, sorry, not suspense. Sorry. Not suspense. P&L adjustment account debit 4,000. Those who want detailed entry, look. Purchase to P, correct entry. Wrong entry, P to sale. Rectifying entry, परचेज को डेबिट करना था, करेक्टली नहीं किया, करो. सेल wrongly credited, now debited. and P instead of credit debited. So now credit twice. I want you to write like this. ये लिखो ना. This is all for your understanding, but this is your notebook. So write it now. Correct entries purchase to P. Wrong entries P to sales. Rectifying entries purchase not debited debit. Sale wrongly credited debit. And P had to be credited. Instead of that you debited. So now credit with double the amount. Easy. If you are liking this style of writing extra, absolutely no problem. You are in exam में मत लिखना. Valier को नहीं समझाना. They know rectification. Ego hurt हो जाता है. Just joking. Exam में you just write direct entry and narration. अभी लिखो. चल next. Fourth one. Receipt of cash from Mr. A was posted to the account of Mr. B. Okay. So you have received the cash from Mr. A. So Mr. A should be credited. But by mistake, you credited B's. So Mr. B's account wrongly credited debit. 1,000. And A credit. ठीक है, clear है? B's account debit to A. Receipt of cash from C was posted to the debit of his account. So if you have received the cash from C, C's account should be credited, but by mistake you have debited. So now credited with double the amount. 500 not credited, he's the giver, so credit. And wrongly debited credit. And cash तो correctly है, C के account में गलती है, so routed through suspense account. Now listen all of you dear students, fourth and fifth entry, there is no rectification through the P&L adjustment because expense and income account are not involved और party account तो चल ही रहा है. Take your time and compare the fourth and fifth entry. You have to learn many things beyond just solving the question. In the fourth entry, instead of A, B was credited. Party account was wrong. So B debit and A credit. And in the second one, same C credit करने की जगह debit कर दिए. So credit with double the amount. Sixth entry. 500 due from Q was omitted to be taken in the trial balance. Okay. 500 is due from the receivable. So you have to take it as datas or receivable. Datas account debit. Q. Q के कोई ledger में mistake नहीं है. So don't debit Q's account. Just datas account debit to suspense account. 500. Datas account debit to suspense account. Don't debit Q's account. Q's account में ledger posting everything is done correctly. Only you missed writing in the trial balance. That's why trial balance difference was coming on the debit side. So credit the suspense account, debit the datas or the receivables. Sale of goods to R for 2,000 was omitted to record it. So record it now. Party to sales. R account debit to sales. But sales to bracket में लिखेंगे. This is last year's sales. So we will say R's account debit. Sales की जगह P&L adjustment credit. 8th, amount of 2395 of purchase was wrongly posted as 2593. What is the nature of purchase? Debit. Excess debit हो गया. अब purchase को क्या करो? Credit. So P&L adjustment credit. Purchase की जगह. Suspense debit. P&L adjustment credit. 2593 minus 2395. करो आप लोग सब. 2593 minus 2395. How much is the difference? 198. बोलो. See what has happened. Purchase में you had to debit 2395. You debited 25. तो excess 198 you have debited in purchase. तो purchase को credit करो और suspense को debit करो. Suspense debit purchase और की जगह P&L credit. Last one. I think no last one नहीं हो गया. Done. Yeah, whatever errors you rectify through P&L adjustment account I missed it, that should be totaled and see, listen, why am I routing through P&L adjustment account? Because this is last year's effect on profit. Where is last year's profit? In the capital account of Roy. So can we transfer it to the capital account of Roy? Yes. Pick up your calculators. I will tell you कैसे करना है. P&L adjustment credit 2700. फिर P&L adjustment add 10,000 minus 4,000 debit plus 2,000 credit plus 198 credit. 10,898. 10,898 P&L adjustment account debit to Roy's capital account. To Roy's capital account. ठीक है, clear है. Those who are not getting, we can do one more thing. No, we can prepare the P&L account. Suspense account, if they ask you prepare, I want to skip in this problem. If they ask you prepare, if not, last year के error अभी भी rectify नहीं हो रहे, तो generally suspense account is also transferred to the P&L capital account. Anyone wants me to prepare the P&L adjustment account? चलो बना ही लेते हैं. P&L adjustment account बनाओ. छोटा सा P&L adjustment account and start posting it on both the sides. Start posting it on both the sides. First entry. Motor vehicle debit, P&L adjustment credit. So motor vehicle or scooter account, whatever name you have given, 2,700 credit. Then P&L credit, suspense debit, 10,000. Then P&L on the debit side, P's account, 4,000. P&L on the credit side, R's account, 2,000. P&L on the credit side, suspense account, debit to P&L credit. Just go on doing the posting. P&L debit side, balancing figure, transfer to capital account. 1089. I did this in the calculator. Credit का total करो, debit minus करो और transfer करो. Of course it will tally. We took this as balancing figure, no? 14,898. 14,898. All clear to all of you? Are you getting a grip now? Pass the rectification of errors. Combine if you follow, like I did scooter ke liye. If you're not following, pass 2 entries. And why am I writing this in bracket? R to sale karna hai, but this is last year's sale, so P&L. And whatever is the balance in last year's profit may, you want to increase last year's profit with the net effect. Somewhere last year's profit is decreasing, somewhere it's increasing. So final profit you want to increase by 10,898, transfer it to the capital account. ठीक है? क्लियर है आप सबको? राइट. 19th प्रॉब्लम लास्ट एक करेंगे. 28th प्रॉब्लम तो थोड़ा और अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा. What 2 new things you have learned? Last year's error, if rectified now, routed through P&L adjustment account. And second thing is, when you route it through P&L adjustment account, whatever is the balance in the P&L adjustment account, that is the add or less you are doing in last year's profit. So at the end, you can transfer it to the capital account. Even if they ask you, you can prepare suspense account, and that difference also you can transfer to the P&L account. Problem number 20. Any doubt, anyone? At least if little you can use the chat box. All clear? When I scroll up, आप लोग कभी नहीं बोलते हैं कि मैम वापस से एक बार स्क्रॉल डाउन करो. आप लोग लिख पा रहे हैं नहीं मेरे साथ? Evening batch they keep on saying, ma'am, can you share the screen again and all? कभी होता है. And if you're writing, I generally go slow. When I write, you write. When I read, you read. When I talk, you listen. That's the funda. चलिए, let us read the 20th problem. A closed his books in September. See, actually year ending is March, but accounts may, they can give June, October, September, December, any year ending. And difference is transferred 830, credit being short. Difference in trial balance, the difference was 830. The credit being short. So suspense account kahan aayega? Credit side. It was carried forward in the suspense account in the next year. And next year, they rectified the error. A sale of 2,300 to Lala was posted to the credit side of Mala. When you sell the goods, what you have to do? Lala debit. So nahi kiya, now debit. Mala wrongly credited, Mala be debit to suspense account. So like this, we will do the 28th problem. Make the format with me. Journal entries in the books of A. Journal entries in the books of A. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. Continue doing it, please. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. First entry. This we are doing it in the next year. Sale of goods to Lala. So Lala's account should be debited. See, party accounts, they continue from 1 year to another year. So we are routing directly through the party account only. Lala's account not debited, now debit. Mala's account wrongly credited, now debit. And put both in the suspense account. Lala account debit, Mala account debit to suspense account. Second, total of sales return book 1240 was not posted only last year. What is the nature of sales credit? What is the nature of sales return debit? So it is less posted or undercast. So sales return ko debit karo. But I will debit which account? P&L adjustment. Instead of what that you can write in bracket. Sales return. P&L adjustment account debit. 2. Sales return 1240. P&L adjustment account debit. 2. Suspense account. Yes, I know you all are writing faster than me. Sales return was undercast. So sales return ko dal do or debit to suspense. But instead of sales return, put it through P&L adjustment account. Freight paid on machine 5,600 was posted to the freight account as 6,500. Freight paid on machine was posted. Okay. One is the freight is paid on machine. So whenever you do all these expense and the capital asset is coming in machine, machine account should be debited. How much? 5,600, not debited. So now debit. And freight account is debited by mistake. So credit P&L adjustment account bracket में Y freight account. वो भी 6,500. And balance you can put it in suspense account. I hope you are getting. Freight account is debited 6,500, but freight you have paid is only 5,600. So हुआ क्या होगा? 6,500 debit, 5,600 credit cash. Credit side suspense. Now suspense debit, machine debit because this freight is related to capital asset. 2 P&L adjustment because freight account wrongly debited, now credited, but you are doing it in the next year. So route it through P&L adjustment. You know, writing this in bracket gives you confidence ki why you are crediting P&L adjustment and all. 5 minutes ke problem hai, clear hai ya nahi? Next. While carrying forward the total from purchase from one page, 65 was written as 56. Less posted. So now P&L adjustment account debit purchase की जगह 2 suspense account. Actually purchase is less debited, so purchase to suspense, but instead of purchase P&L adjustment. 65,590 minus 56,950. 8640. Purchase to suspense. Instead of that, PNL to suspense. Last entry, a sale of machine on credit to Mehta for 9,000 was not entered in the books. Book value was given. So if you have sold a machine, jiska book value was 6,7 for 9,000, there's a profit. You have not recorded it. So now record it. Who is the receiver of the machinery? Mr. Mehta. Money has not come in. So Mr. Mehta account debit 9,000 to machinery. Asset should go out at cost. What is the cost of WDV today? 6750. How much profit you are getting, which you can take to P&L adjustment account? 2250. Mehta, you are the receiver. Entry record nahi hui hai, so we will record it. Machine is going out credit and difference profit credit. This is last year's entry. So profit, don't take it to current year's P&L. Take it to last year's P&L adjustment account. Yes. And this time they have given the suspense account ka opening balance, trial balance mein. So we should prepare suspense account and leave one entry ke liye jagah and prepare the suspense account. What they have given, A closed the books and trial balance difference was 830 being credit short. So definitely you will put 830 on the credit side. Suspense account 830 on the credit side. चलो आगे करते हैं हम. पोस्टिंग करो पूरे एंट्रीज. फर्स्ट एंट्री सस्पेंस अकाउंट क्रेडिट करना है. माला डेबिट 2600, लाला डेबिट 2300. माला डेबिट 2300, Lala debit 2300 to suspense. Just look at your own journal entries. Second entry, suspense account credit, P&L adjustment debit 1240. Third entry, suspense account debit, P&L adjustment credit 900. Then suspense debit और परचेज के लिए 8640 to P&L adjustment account. And last one में it's not there. Check now if it is tallying or not. Or still is there any difference? कितना आ रहा है टोटल करके चैट बॉक्स में डालो आंसर. I have just posted all the entries of the suspense account. If it is tallying, fine. If still there is a difference, keep on carrying forward the suspense account. चलने दो. Balance carried down. Anyone in the class not able to post the things in the suspense account and then balance carried down? Clear to all of you? See, it's not necessary that after you rectify all the entries, suspense account will tally. There may be some more entries which there is a mistake and that error is not clear. So 2870 continue karo. And can we post all others to the P&L adjustment? P&L adjustment account भी बना सकते हैं आप, and you can carry forward or you can transfer to the capital account as you wish. If you see P&L account, ये देखो 6500 credit minus ऊपर 120 debit minus 8640 debit. Some balance is coming in the P&L adjustment account also. That also you can carry forward. I hope you are getting. If they ask you, make the suspense account. If they ask you, make P&L adjustment account. And the balancing figure of P&L, don't post it to the capital account because abhi tak pure entries rectify nahi hue. So you can carry forward or you can transfer it to the capital account as you wish. Did you all follow this? More problems are given for you to practice. Ask any doubt if you have in all the problems. Journal entries, T format account. Below this, prepare the P&L adjustment. ना बना देते हैं. अगर आपको कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ रहा है कि कैसा लगेगा तो आप बना के देखो. Just go on posting P&L adjustment account से related entry. First is P&L adjustment account debit to suspense 1240. P&L adjustment credit by machinery 5600. Suspense. Just post the entries. Now P&L adjustment debit 560. Plant and machinery. P&L adjustment credit. $8640. P&L adjustment account credit 2250. Mr. Mehta debit. Dekho how much balance is coming. $17,390 is the total. Are you all writing with me and are you using the calculator or not? $15,590. Now this is the extra profit which belongs to last year. So one option is I can transfer to capital account, but this time I will carry forward because abhi tak suspense bhi to pura mila nahi hai na. So when I complete suspense account, whatever is the profit, I will transfer to the capital account. Write a note for that. Balance in P&L adjustment account. Balance in P&L adjustment account. Carried forward, CA. Carried forward as still some errors are there. As still some errors are there, later It can be transferred to later. It can be transferred to later. It can be transferred to capital account. Because some errors are there in the suspense account and all, you are not transferring. Later, you can transfer it to the capital account. Nice, clear to all of you. Chalo. Yes, I know we are late today, so 8th and 9th problem I will discuss tomorrow. I need half the class only for this, and I will start with the next chapter's introduction. Okay? Right. तो अभी हम क्या करेंगे? One problem is pending now here. 18th problem, that is homework. Do it for sure. Purchase to suspense. फिर purchase को bracket में डाल के P&L adjustment, because this is last year's purchase. So like this, do all this. The books of accounts of ACO for the March were closed with a difference, and following errors were detected. Return outward book was undercast. 1500 being the total of discount column was not posted. 4-5 entries are only there. And of course, 8th and 9th problem also I should discuss. Today, extra problems liye rectification ke liye I was doing for old syllabus students partnership. You have it now in foundation, but earlier. So partnership, maybe they are asking you rectification. That a furniture was brought in by a partner last year but missed recording, now recording. So if the last year furniture he has brought, you have to give the depreciation effect also. तो ये अच्छा problem है. 18th problem. Do it without fail tomorrow. And before we close, write down some booster notes. Go to your booster notebook. आज हमने ये सब लिखा था. You remember initially when I started this topic rectification, I had left some space here. ये देखो. Have you also left the space? Error before preparation of the trial balance, error after trial balance, and after final accounts are prepared. Any rectification of any rectification entries for last year involving revenue account, expense or income, route it through, मतलब post it to P&L adjustment account. आराम से देखो. Are you clear? I left it on the very first day because that time you will not understand this. Any rectification entry for last year involving the revenue account, expense and income, routed through P&L adjustment account. Final balance of P&L adjustment account post to capital account. Post to capital account as it is additional profit or loss of last year. Final balance of the P&L adjustment account posted to the capital account. As it is the additional profit of the last year and you have kept it P&L adjustment account, अब P&L adjustment को close करके transfer it to the capital account. As it is the profit or loss of the last year. यहाँ पे एक और लिखो, if all errors are not corrected, carry forward the suspense account. क्या ये सही है? अगर पूरे एरर करेक्ट नहीं हुए हैं लास्ट ईयर के तो कैरी फॉरवर्ड करो सस्पेंस अकाउंट. Write down. If you feel anywhere it's not clear, you want me to dictate, ask, I will dictate. I know my writing is not good, but it's an advantage for me and my students. Students say they are very attentive. Dipti ma'am board भर ले तो लिख ही नहीं सकते, उससे अच्छा dictate slowly करते हैं, उनके साथ साथ लिखो. Any rectification entries for last year involving revenue account routed through P&L adjustment account. Final balance of the P&L adjustment account posted to the capital account as it is additional profit or loss of the last year. If all errors are not corrected for the last year, carry forward the suspense account. Nice points. Okay. So that's all for today. Rectification of errors. 4th class is over. We will take one more class tomorrow. Half is enough. Remaining half I will introduce to you. The next topic after rectification you all should do with me. Bank reconciliation statement. Okay. VRS is something which you do in your articleship, in your audit. Bank balance is different and my balance is different. Can we rectify it on a piece of paper? Huh? Right? It's very interesting. And this is the work you should know as an article student and as a qualified CA. Later you have assistant to get work done, but at least you should know, right or not? Any doubt in today's class? Have you followed the third method? And before I introduce third method, I did 10th problem. Mark it important, 10th problem with both the methods. Clear? Right? Okay. So then that's all for today. We will continue this tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye bye all of you. Send me the answer in WhatsApp.